Hi, we have seen how to create the database and how to see the information in the database and how to give comments on the database. Now, at this point in time, I have cleared off everything, whatever clutter we have created in order to check the training samples. Now, what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna create a new database and would like to give you a feel of how Hive works and how to put in the data in Hive and how the Hive and the DFS Hive works in DFS and the Unix system. So let me just clearly go to the prompt here, and before going ahead, I would like to give you one suggestion over here. The moment you type in Hive and hit enter, it should get into the command prompt of Hive. But in case if it is not going there, please need to check whether the Hadoop system is working on your system. So I, at this point in time, I have given Hive over here and my Hadoop services are not working. So hope I should get a some error over here. So I'm just waiting for the prompt to say it is trying to initialize the Hive commands, and let's see what happens. And start all.sh. I'm trying to start my all daemons. So at this point in time, Hive did not give me some error, but in case if you try to run or create any database, it might gives you some of the error. So we have the latest version of Cloudera which is available, and they might have got some changes in it. So let me just quickly start the Hadoop server, and then we'll go to Hive. Hadoop server is about to come, and we can see that the name node has been started. Secondary name node has been started, and we will be back into the business very soon. All right. So this is the local host window where we can see whether the name node has been working on properly, and we can see all the information over here, and you can see that the HDFS node is trying to come up, but it's waiting for local host. So let's see if our Hadoop services are up and working. This HDFS window will be up very soon. Okay, so at this point in time, I would type in GPS to check if all the services are working properly. So there should be 6 services which should be working. And by the time it comes up, let's go to the user uh, tab over here. So how to browse the directory? You know that how to browse the directory. If you just put in the symbol over here and click on go, it gives you this prompt where you can see the permission, owner, group, and the size, and what are the replication factor over here. If you go to user tab, there you'll find the Hive uh, folder which has got the which is created automatically by Hive itself. And if you go to Hive itself, you'll find warehouses where all the files will be stored, and there you can see that I have created one database which is called telecom, which I have created earlier, and the recharge. So let me quickly see if my Hadoop is up and running right now. Yes, Hadoop is running perfectly fine, and let me go to Hive prompt. Okay, it is trying to log in. So guys, if Hadoop is not working and you will try to run the Hive commands, what will happen that when it actually seeks for the the Java file which are supposed to be there when the Hadoop name node is up, and convert the Hive commands into the MapReduce job, it would give you an error. So it's always important to see if your Hadoop is working fine and you are able to log into the Hadoop shell. So at this point in time, we are in Hive shell, and what I'm going to do now here, I'm going to show you how show databases. We have how many databases we have. So we have one default and telecom. The second one is telecom, which we have created as a demo class. And then I would like to create a new database over here, which is called uh, so um, now from now on I will be typing in the all the commands in capital, so that you can understand which one is the command and which one is the name or the values. So we'll say create tables. Oh, sorry, it should be create database if not exists. Now, what is the function of this that while working on the Hive directory, you might not be able to remember all of the the databases which are there. So if we want to check and we want to avoid the replication factor over here, so we apply a command which says if not exists. So that means if I'm creating a database which is not available, then only you will create the database. Otherwise, it will not create any database for you. So here I'm creating a database called cards and hit enter. Let's see if it works. Oh, it says okay, and let me check if I have created the cards successfully. Yes, I have created the card successfully. Now in this particular table, we need to create a table wherein we will put each and every information about a text file, which is nothing but the collection of all 52 cards. So I'm putting the details over here. Create table now, which is deck of cards, and I will be giving some information. Color, which is string, comma, suit, which is again, let me put that in caps, suit, which is again string, comma, and the third entry is pip, which is again string, and I'll close the bracket, and then I'll define the row format delimited fields terminated by pipe. So I have a data over here. I would like to show you. Uh, Let me quickly see the desktop. I have this text file, which is deck of cards .txt. Let me open that up. Okay, so you can see over here that it's a list of it has got the data of all 52 cards, which is again this one is a string, and the second entry is also string, and the third entry is mix of numbers and the alphabet. So it is again we call it a string, and it is the data is separated by pipe over here. So we need to type in this, we need to specify that this pipe will be the separation factor in this. So we will say it is terminated by pipe, and we will store it as stored as text file, and we will apply a semicolon and hit enter. Let's see what happens. There is some okay. Let me apply that command again. Okay, so we see that this table has been created. Now again, which in which database it has been created. So if I do show databases, you can see over here that there are three databases, and it has gone directly into uh, the default database because we haven't specified the database which is card. So we need to specify use cards. Okay, so right now we are in cards database. Now let's see if we see if there are any tables over here. Show tables, there is nothing in it. Show tables, there's nothing in it. Okay, so let me create this table again, and I'll hit enter. And if I do show tables right now, it will show me deck of cards. Now it is pretty much clear that we have created a database and a table. Now what we need to do, let me just show you my desktop. So I have one text file over here and one folder which is called data. Now what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna create a folder by the name of Hive, and there I'll put the my file, and I need to copy that file into my table. So that's what I'm gonna do now. So I'll open the second prompt which I have right now, and I would say mkdir. Okay, so let me just check where exactly I am. So present working directory is home underscore cloudera. We can go to desktop and we'll see what exactly over there. So I can see over here that is one folder which is called data, and the second is the text file which is called deck of cards. And here I need to create a folder which I would create by mkdir minus p, and then I would say create a folder called Hive and hit enter. And let's see if I have created the Hive folder. So now earlier you can see that we had only two things on the desktop, which is data and deck of cards, and now we have data, deck of cards, and Hive as well. So we need to copy this file from deck of cards. So that can be done manually. We can do it manually as well, and I need to just push that file into Hive right now. I have created a folder. Now in Hive folder we have a deck of card, this deck of card text file, and let me just check the properties of it. It shows that it is under home, Cloudera, desktop, and Hive, and the complete path of this file would be home, Cloudera, desktop, Hive slash Hive deck of cards.txt. Okay, so here I'll go to type in load data local in path, and where exactly my file is. Either you can do check the properties of this file and copy that file and paste the command over here, or you can do this thing, drag and drop thing. Okay, so it will automatically copy the path, and we will say into table, and what table I have created, let me just show you. Deck of cards, if you can see over here, deck underscore of underscore cards. So I would say deck underscore of underscore cards, right? And once it is done, I will just tell my query that I have done with the query and hit enter. Oh, I need to put this command in Hive shell. I'm so sorry. Need to go to Hive prompt, and so guys, there could be a learning also over here that this query is actually the query of Hive and it clearly shows that the Hive query doesn't work on the normal Ubuntu or the Unix prompt. We need to type that queries in this Hive shell over here, and let me just put that in. Okay, so it is showing that it is copying the file and loading the data, and we are done with it. So if you clearly go to, okay, so here if you go to the browser and user Hive warehouse, under this there should be a cards dot database. If you click over here, remember we have created the table earlier which was in the default database, and if you click on cards.db, here you'll find a deck of cards which is the table again. If you click on it, there you'll find the deck of cards as txt file. So that means we have successfully created the text file. Now in Hive file, Hive prompt, we will go to we can also check the same thing here by typing in dfs minus ls, and then we'll check the user Hive because we have selected the path, and the path shows that it is under user Hive warehouse cards.db and deck of cards. So you can check this with your prompt as well. So user Hive, and then you have warehouse. Make sure to type in the words correctly. Cards.db and hit enter. Guys, this is dfs command again. We need to run it into the Hive shell. I'm so sorry. We need to go to the Hive shell and type in the command. Okay, so here we can see that there is a file which is called, it has found one item which says deck of cards, and which is the text file which we have created. So this is how you will copy the data from your external source to the HDFS. And now I'm gonna run a MapReduce query over here, and in this MapReduce query we will see whether the query is running properly. So let me quickly go to this prompt, and I will type in select count. If you type in caps, select count star, that means I want all the words to be included, star from where exactly? That would be deck of cards, deck of cards. And let me apply this query and let's see what happens. So here the learning is that you can see over here that we can see over here information, the total jobs running are 1, and I can see that the MapReduce job is running over here. Where exactly this job is running, how many where exactly the URL would be, and we will see the map and reduce functions over here as well. So let's go to, and let me quickly wait for let's wait for a minute and see if we can see the map reduce job. So here we can see that map has been completed by 0%, and the reduce has been completed by 0% as well. So whatever Hive queries you are writing in, that they are going to the jar file of the built-in map reduce, and those jar files are converting those queries into a map reduce job. So Hive actually works on the top of HDFS system, and that's the functionality of Hive. Now let's see, the map has been completed by 100% and reduce is around 0%, and we are just waiting for the output, what exactly the output should be. It should come within a minute. Okay, so here you can see that the query has been and been run successfully, and now here we have the 52 count, which is supposed to be there, which we knew that the deck of cards we have 52 entries, and it has counted the exact amount over here. So that's how you run the queries on Hive, and that's how you run the MapReduce job in Hive. And we'll see another example over here and how to do some more functionalities in Hive.